Hi, John the Atheist here. Today, I'm going to show a program I made that can demonstrate how evolution by natural selection works. According sa mga creationists nga ako mga na-encounter, through random chance, it is impossible or even stupid to think nga all life evolved from a single-celled organism that lived roughly 3.5 billion years ago. Mura ra daw kag nag-shuffle og Lego sulod sa bag expecting nga makabuo kag Lego helicopter. While I think they are correct about random chance, and I think they are spot on sa ilang Lego helicopter analogy, they are wrong in thinking that evolution operates by random chance alone. Here's how creationists are true about random chance. Before na ako ipakita og i-run ako evolution simulator nga program, I'll show a different program I made that will randomly pick letters, numbers, and special characters infinite times until mahimo siyang legit nga tula. Here's what the code looks like. Sa programming, you can use a looping mechanism para mabuhat og task infinite times. Kung i-translate ni ako code to human language, it's just like saying, di ko muundang og generate og random characters hangtod sa dili ko mahimong legit nga tula pareho aning ako example nga haiku. This program will also show how similar the random characters are by average compared sa haiku. If ever man gani nga mo 100% match, muundang og loop ako program and will print out a simple congratulations message. Now let's run the code. As you can see, we are currently at 10% match average. Meaning, sa ato random characters nga na-generate so far, 10% sa mga set of random letters ang pareho sa haiku. Not bad to think nga random rani and still I have 10% match. Pero to expect it to randomly become a haiku is just impossible for me. And diha mi pareho agree sa mga creationists. I doubt and I don't believe nga makabuo ta og stuff nga complex and meaningful like a poem or a Lego helicopter just by random chance alone. Maski pagka ika-infinity nato buhaton. This is where creationists are wrong about the theory of evolution. Tinuod, na i-roll ang random chance nga nunay complex organisms of very diverse life karon. Pero evolution is not all random chance. Dili man ko scientist and dili man ko ang best nga person to get information about how evolution works, pero paningkamutan nako og pasabot sa imo karon na evolution does work and it makes perfect sense in explaining how life evolved through aning akong gihimo nga evolution simulator. To creationists, if you are really curious, know nga ang imong bias sa imong beliefs will only get in the way for learning new things. So please, continue sa pag-watch ani nga video with an open mind and skepticism. Pero kung convinced na ka nga tinuod na tanan imong mga gipanghold na views, then might as well stop watching and just copy and paste your prepared preach or quote from the Holy Bible in the comments below. You are already convinced you're correct. Why bother listening to me, diba? My evolution simulator is using an algorithm called the genetic algorithm. Algorithm is just a fancy name for set of instructions. So basically, ang ako code ni follow lang sa set of instructions nga gi-develop sa usa ka professor named John Holland and his students at the University of Michigan nga kaya mo simulate og evolution by natural selection. Sa computer programming world man gyud, you have the luxury of using the math formulas nga na-perfect na sa mga theorists nato. Gamit ilang math formula o gamit ako code, pwede nato makita unsa resulta sa ilang math o kung how well mo perform ilang mathematical solutions. Pareho aning genetic algorithm, pwede nato ma-simulate ang process sa natural selection where the fittest individuals are selected for reproduction in order to produce offspring of the next generation. Now, I'm not going to be able to simulate life like how a single-celled organism evolved into the vast number of species we see today. Di ni kaya sa computing power sa ako computer. We will use something simple. In this simulation, I'll play the role of nature and I decide kung unsa ang fittest sa ato simulated environment. Let's say nga ang akong mga creatures are composed of a bunch of random letters, numbers, and special characters. Let's say nga kini nga combination of characters is a unique species. Kumbaga genome ni nila or ilang genetic code. This particular species will be able to produce offspring through reproduction. Ang ilang offspring will most likely resemble their parents. So you can imagine nga ang combination of letters or genetic code sa anak is just a combination of letters sa parents. This means nga ang letter nga initially very random becomes more predictable and less random in the following generations. Since ako ang nagplay as nature aning akong simulated environment, how about ako iset nga ang fittest nga species is katong kindest? And let's represent the genetic code of these kindest species with this combination of letters. Since harsh ang nature, all the other species nga dili fit will be extinct. Ang magpabilin na lang kay kining species nga naay genetic code that reads like a poem. Ridiculous man ang ato example, but I hope you get the idea. So recap sa nako ha. Ako code na uses genetic algorithm. It uses random chance pero not random chance alone. I will explain how this works later. You will see na dili imposible nga makabuotag complex stuff out from randomness kung kasabot ta how natural selection works. Now let's run the code. You see, my evolution simulator works because it operates not by random chance alone, but by using other key players of how living things evolve, namely natural selection, mutation, and reproduction. Sa ako code, you'll see nga initially nagproduce ko og 1,000 ka random species. Next, ako gi-compare ang each of these species sa akong desired na kindest species. Ako din gi-calculate how similar each of these species are and rank them from the most to the least similar. Then I cut the population down in half. I kill off those that are at the bottom half simply because they are unfit. At this point, na-think siguro nimo na evil ko for killing the unfit species off. But I'm playing the role of nature here and not playing as human or God. Next, I repopulate the species back to 1,000 through reproduction. The first half of the combination of letters from the mother and the second half of the combination of letters from the father will then be passed down to its offspring. Finally, a 10% chance of mutation occurs. Random mutations will occur within our population, and you can imagine na although bahin ang letter combinations sa offspring from its parents, there is still a 10% chance na ang isa sa letter sa offspring kay mo mutate. This mutation is random, meaning ang letter nga i-replace could be something very different. Now in reality, wala may kindest species nga gi-prepare ang nature as a benchmark for other species to evolve into. There is only the environment where living creatures need to adapt or else they go extinct. So in a way, murag nag-serve as an environment akong haiku. Kung ang mga random species dili mo evolve into what is considered the fittest, they will go extinct. My evolution simulator is far from how the actual evolution works. Pero it gives you a rough idea how it operates. Pag maminaw raman jud tas ato teachers or preachers, ug labi nag-impressive kayo sila mo describe sa topic, makonvince dayon ta. And magpadayon ta nga convinced, maski mapakit-an na tag ebidensya na mali ta. I've been there, ug still am struggling to adjust my views pag naay new evidence maabot. It's in our nature to protect our views because our views are our identity. One of the best ways para ma-overcome ni nga inherent na bias nato is to engage in a two-way conversation ug ayaw pirmi ipugos sa uban nga sakto ka and mali mi. You need to actually demonstrate how you're right and how we are wrong. Just like how I'm demonstrating now how evolution works and why the misconception of pure random chance for evolution is wrong. As a former believer, pagtuo man pod nako nga ridiculous ug stupid ang theory of evolution ni Darwin. Pero tong gitry na nako siya sabot and nagsugod na kog basa, liberating man di ay ang ma-proven nga wrong ka. If you have suggestions or if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Kung giganahan ka sa video, paki-click sa like and i-share ning nga video sa imo friends and relatives nga you think are interested ani nga topic. Kung gusto ka maka-receive og ingani ng mga contents in the future, click the subscribe button. Daghang salamat sa pagpaminaw ug kita ta sa sunod na video.